Hello, everybody. Hello. Y'all not gonna say hello?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Is that you introduced?
Yo, yo, ho, ho, hello.
Yeah, you gotta come. You gotta go yo like a machine
Yeah,
gun.
you got to do it.
My voice can't get that high.
Awesome. Well,
Can you sing Binks's Brew then? Do
yeah. Can you
that.
sing Vix's Brew?
Maybe at the end. Let's focus on starting.
Right. Well, I mean, even with this is a matchup that for Fan Battlecast. By the way, welcome to Fan Battlecast. This is a matchup that really doesn't need an introduction. This is one of those. It's been a long time coming, and what a better day to do it than on the day that the One Piece live action comes out? Because we are doing Naruto versus Luffy. One Piece
It
versus
is the
Naruto.
legendary, one of the most legendary anime matchups of all time. Probably like top five most legendary matchups in general.
I would say that this matchup, like in terms of just the shonen sphere, this is like the Superman Batman debate of shonen.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
is
saying
a
I'm not saying Luffy's Batman because he's not that smart, but you know what I mean.
uh, yeah, of course not. If Luffy was Batman, he would need Nami or Usopp or anybody. I think he would just prep time his way to find the One Piece.
True. All right. Well, uh,
But
I
fortunately for us, Luffy is not Batman, so you know we get to
yeah.
have
I
an
mean,
adventure.
if he was, then this wouldn't even be a debate. But you know, no Batman glaze today. No Batman glaze.
Maybe Spider-Man glaze.
Maybe.
So, what are we actually
Uh,
talking about today?
yes. We're talking about Luffy versus Naruto. So I'm Molak. I'm hosting to the best of my ability, and I will be representing Luffy. Representing Naruto, Fraught is Kagura.
I am the Kagurabachi, the Hokage of Konoha, and I am repping Naruto Uzumaki. Believe it.
Uh, one of our representing for Soul King Brook, we have Paul.
A pleasure to be here as always. I am representing one of the fine jury members on this very fine day.
And last but not least, we have Saul, who definitely believes that something is real.
Hi guys, Saul here, director, writer, research leader, Nebula Theatre. I have not seen either of these franchises like a single episode,
Oh,
so I have not seen any of Naruto. I have not seen any of One Piece, so I thought it's the perfect person to be on the jury because I am so unbiased.
that's actually perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, actually.
I don't have
So
to worry about
I,
Naruto glaze.
Bink. Oh my god.
yeah.
I don't have to worry about Moloch scaling Luffy to star level. Yippee.
Well,
I
let's
mean,
not get
still
ahead of
might. You never
ourselves.
know. I can't fight against that. I can't call it wrong.
All right.
All right.
Let me just
So
make sure
all
this
you
is
need to know,
flowing.
Saul, about One Piece and Naruto. One Piece is about pirates, and Naruto's about ninjas.
Well, I know the base of them. I've just never
Ooh.
actually.
Sherm did a poll. Can Batman find the One Piece? 60% said yes, saying yes.
It's
I think
Batman.
he could. He probably
I
could.
mean, yeah, Batman's super smart. Like
Yeah.
he probably can find a One Piece. It would take him like 5 days at most.
We should
Here's the
probably
weird
get
question:
into
would he
the.
make a crew, or would he just go by himself?
He'd probably take like people with him. I imagine he'd at least have a Robin.
Yeah, that's true. He'd have Robin. He'd had Alfred. Alfred would be his Nami.
I forgot. We should get into the 60 seconds though, because again, I don't know these two, so I would like the introduction.
That's
All
right.
right, would you like to go first?
Sure. I'll go first. Let me pull it up. 60 seconds. Gotta minimize some stuff. I got a lot open. That is the wrong button. this is the right button. Wait, that's the wrong button too. Sorry, it's been a minute since I hosted. All right. Where's the timer? Why is it not popping up here? Yeah. There it is. All right. 3, 2. You guys do not need an introduction. Everybody in this stream knows who Monkey Massive D Luffy is. He is the GOAT. He is the person who will eventually become the Pirate King. And I know a lot of people might look at One Piece, and a lot of times people generally understand that the characters are strong, but I don't feel like people really understand to what extent they're strong, especially compared to Naruto, where Naruto is a lot more flamboyant with how the characters are. But One Piece and the pirates in the world of One Piece are crazy cracked. And you will see as I get into it that when we talk about their abilities with hockey, their speed, and also when we get into just how the world of One Piece sort of functions and what makes it so weird, you're going to see that Luffy's not going to be just the king of shonen, but also this fight.
Oh, okay.
All right. Is that all you gotta
Wait.
say?
Okay, sorry, I had to pause it.
Yeah. Yeah. You just.
I was about to say, Kagar, your timer's running down.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't starting. You just
My
paused
fault.
at a time when I didn't.
Yeah, I
know.
thought you were continuing your sentence.
Yeah, I thought you were.
I was? Was I?
Yeah. So is that it?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
Moloch. All right. I guess if that's it, then I'll get started.
Yep. Eddie and
Naruto
go.
Uzumaki. Oh, okay. Naruto Uzumaki is the son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. Now, when he was young, as a baby, he had the nine tails sealed inside him. And it's due to this that he grew up with significant challenges. Naruto is the ultimate underdog. Everybody hated him. But even despite that, he would grow up into one of the strongest ninjas in the entire world, as he would fight countless enemies and defeat them on his path to becoming the Hokage. And eventually, he did succeed to becoming the Hokage. And as the Hokage, Naruto, of course, is much more powerful than any other ninja. And he's going to kick Luffy's ass all the way into the bottom of the sea. Believe it.
Not to believe it.
And also, could you pull up how the village was treating Naruto before the pain arc?
Yes, I will.
Just pull that up. It's just a little funny thing.
Yeah, cause Saul. Yeah, man. Oh man, this is weird. Saul really doesn't know anything.
I know jack and shit about these two outside of.
All right. According to Kager, this is how the village was looking.
Yeah, this is
at Naruto.
this is exactly how.
That's crazy.
That is how they were treating Naruto. I'm not gonna lie.
The worst
They
part is
hated
he's
him.
not wrong. He's really not wrong. You can't be mad at that. Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of stream. Get ready. All right. So with introductions out the way, we let's see. How do we want to start? Should we just go over like general basic abilities and stuff, like how they function? Because
we can go over, like,
Saul really doesn't know anything.
He doesn't. I guess the best place we could start is probably maybe just generally how they fight.
Yeah. Okay. In that
Yeah,
case,
just
I'll
their
start
fighting
because
style, basically.
Luffy is. I think Luffy's a lot simpler to understand. So with Luffy, we're not gonna get into the big stuff yet, but let's just say Luffy, when he was a kid, he accidentally ate a devil fruit, and that devil fruit was called back then the gum gum fruit. and eating this fruit turned Luffy's body into rubber, so he can stretch, squish, and squash any way he likes. But what makes Luffy's devil fruit really interesting is obviously, the future stuff we know now, which we'll get to later. But the thing about devil fruits that a lot of people don't really think about is they do change people at like a molecular level. When Luffy ate that devil fruit, every aspect of his body became rubber. Not just like like the outside of his body, but his insides as well. His organs, his blood cells, like as when they are inside his body, they are all rubber. And because of that, Luffy can manipulate his body to do attacks. Like, of course, he has his iconic Gum Gum pistol where he stretches his fist out forward and hits you from a long distance. He has different forms that he can go into by accelerating his blood, like bouncing his blood cells. Like you can see, that's how he goes into Gear 2. He has Gear 3 where he blows into his bones and he punches forward. And then he has Gear 4, which we'll get into later when we get into hockey. Actually, I guess I should just get into hockey now because that is a basic ability of his. So, in the world of One Piece, I have to, yeah, man, you really don't know anything. I gotta try and make this quick. So, in the world of One Piece, there is there are devil fruits. That's one power system in the world of One Piece. You eat it, you gain a power. Another thing is hockey. Hockey is an innate, natural born ability that all characters in the world of One Piece are born with, but only people who actually train with it can actually utilize. Or if you're goaded, you might accidentally just unlock it on accident. But only if you're goaded. That doesn't happen often though. And with hockey, there are three manifestations. And to be clear, a lot of people think that hockey is just spiritual energy, and it has been described like that in the story. But more often than not, hockey is a manifestation of one's willpower. And because that plays into the whole theme of One Piece, right? Having the will to go out onto the sea and follow your dreams. That's how it works. The more will you have, the stronger your hockey. The more you train, the stronger your hockey. The more you fight, so on, so forth, strong hockey. And there are three forms of hockey. The first form that we'll talk about, because it's the easiest to understand, is observation hockey. So with observation hockey, it'll pull up in a second. This is not an official diagram from like this is like a fan made diagram, but I think that it gives you the gist of the observation, so I that's why I pulled it up. Basically, with observation hockey, Luffy can essentially, not to call out Naruto, but like the Sharingan is known for being able to see people's movements and sense what they're going to do next. That is just a basic ability of Hoppy. That's the basic version of it. Luffy can predict your movements. He can sense you from several kilometers away, even if you're invisible or behind cover. He can also sense your emotions. And by sensing your emotions, that's another way he can predict if you're going to attack him or not. So you can't even really like, which is something you'll notice like like in the modern times, Luffy doesn't really get tricked by people like pretending to hit him, right? In the past, that would work on him all the time. But now that he has observation hockey, you don't actually see that as much because he can just sense how they feel now. They can't sneak up on him or trick him. But the most important ability from observation hockey that Luffy has now is, of course, future sight, which does exactly what it says. Luffy can see the future. Like, see it. Like, actually see it. This is not a prediction. This is not a, I don't know what some person called it like a permutation of the future. No, 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 no. Luffy just sees the future. Like, the future. I can see the future. Like, that kind of future. And what makes Future Sight interesting is, aside from the fact that Future Sight users can also apparently hear the future, which is funny, I
I will
guess.
say the people are saying that the Steam is pretty quiet.
Oh, the stream is quiet. I can pull it up. Uh,
Yeah. There's been a few people who've said it now, and I've listened to it myself, and it's a little bit quiet.
Okay, I turned up our audio a bit, so that should help.
Cool.
I'm trying not to put it too loud. I don't want to break their ears. Uh, where was I? Yeah. Future Sight. What makes Future Sight interesting and observation hockey interesting in general is many people argue that with observation hockey, characters in One Piece aren't actually fast because they're just aim dodging, right? But that's not actually how it works because we have seen where is it?
Aim dodging in like a verse. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, it is pretty
You're
funny.
not actually fast. You're just aim dodging.
Yeah, but we've actually seen repeatedly over and over again that even if people have observation hockey, it does not matter if they themselves are not fast enough to capitalize on it. And we've seen this repeatedly over and over and over again. A character uses hockey to see an attack is coming, they can't do anything about it. Why? They're not fast enough. So any feat where a One Piece character is using observation hockey to dodge, that can still be directly contributed to their combat speed because they wouldn't be able to do anything if they sent it. So that infamous feat that we'll get to later of like Luffy dodging the pacifista beams with his head, even though he used hockey, he still would have had to be fast enough to actually move his head. And that counts for future sight too, apparently, because even if you can see the future, doesn't matter. You still have to be fast enough to actually change the future. And we've seen that quite a few times when he's fought against newer opponents like Kaido and Katakuri, who are monsters in their own right that we'll probably talk about later. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
and
the
with
other hockeys.
do I want to go into other hockey? Oh, I guess I do have to go into other hockeys now. So, oh wait, but one more thing for observation hockey, we were shown when useless Captain Mid fought Shanks on their battle on the open ocean. Kid claimed that he was going to sink Shanks's fleet in 10 seconds. And Shanks, using Future Sight, saw the future where Kid wiped out his entire fleet, and then Shanks changed it. Which implies that Future Sight, at least as of right now, we know that could be around 10 seconds in length. So Luffy can see 10 seconds ahead into the future. And if not 10 seconds, then because Shanks should still maybe be stronger than Luffy. If not 10 seconds, then maybe around 8 or 7. But the point is, it's more than just a single second. He's seeing several seconds ahead into the future. I'm gonna save Conqueror's Hockey for later because I want to. Oh, what just happened? Oh, Paul disconnected. Okay, Paul came back. Okay, I'm
All
gonna
right,
save
all right.
Conqueror's Hockey for
It's looking
later.
good.
Wi-Fi issue. Apologies.
It's okay. It's okay. I will save Conqueror's Hockey for later because I have to bring that up for something else. Kagura probably already knows why I'm saving that for later, but we're gonna talk about armament hockey, which is the second basic type. With armament hockey, Luffy can weaponize his willpower to essentially harden himself and make his attacks and defense stronger. And by using this kind of hockey, obviously he can touch things that weren't touchable before, like with Logias. He can also do all of the advanced variants of armament hockey, which you'll see in a second. So the first one that he learned was how to flow his hockey out of his body. And by flowing his hockey out of his body, he's able to essentially hit people from a distance. He doesn't even have to touch you. He can just punch in your direction and he's still going to hit you. It's kind of like in a way, it's kind of like if any of you guys have seen Toriko, it's kind of like Toriko's knife punch or no, or fork punch. I don't remember which punch it is. But yeah, essentially Luffy can hit you without hitting you. And with his training on Wano, Luffy learned that as he flows his haki out, he can also flow his haki inside of you. Meaning it does not matter how durable you are. Luffy can now still hurt you because he can just flow his haki out and into your body. And when he does this, it creates Well, you'll see. When he does this, this isn't just like a oh ouch, he hit me from the inside out. It's like a no, Luffy is imploding you when he does this.
Oh.
Like when he does this, your insides are getting absolutely wrecked. And as you can see, he doesn't even have to directly touch you to flow his hockey into you. He can flow his hockey out from a distance and still hit you from the inside. And of course, with I didn't want to get into it, but I have to talk about it a little bit. He can combine this with Conqueror's hockey, which we'll get to. Don't worry about this all. I promise. I'll explain Conqueror's hockey. With Conqueror's
Yeah,
hockey,
it's
he can
okay. Go
combine
ahead.
it and it amplifies his attacks. So he's amplifying not only his normal attacks, but also the attacks that flow inside of you. And he can do both of that at the same time, as you can see from the diagram. He can just use all of it at the same time to just do massive damage. And with hockey, now that he has hockey, he has access to Gear 4, which is that big round one, like when Luffy's big and round and he's like jumping up and down, Saw.
Oh, yeah. I do.
That's Gear 4. In Gear 4, before, like Luffy's body was still vulnerable because he's made of rubber, he's usually immune to like all blunt force damage. Usually he's immune to it, but characters with hockey were able to hit him. In Gear 4, that's not the case anymore. Because even if they hit him with hockey, Luffy's body is still rubbery and has hockey to support his body. So they hit him, and his body is still armored with hockey and it's rubbery, so he still bounces back their attacks. Saw that picture.
Like
Not
this.
that.
Like this.
That's not Gear 4.
Yeah, this is Gear 4, right, guys?
God damn it.
Well, I gotta say, if that's Gear 4, then Naruto has no reason to worry.
Yeah, and with Gear 4, he can fly. I'm gonna save Gear 5 because we all know about Gear 5 already. I'm gonna save that for later. So I'm gonna save Gear 5 and Conqueror's Haki for later. That should be the general gist on most of his abilities. So, Kagura, would you like to talk about Naruto?
All right. So, in order to explain Naruto's powers, the first thing I'm going to need to explain is chakra, because chakra is the fundamental energy of Naruto, of the entire verse. It's what allows people to use their supernatural powers. Now, chakra is combination of spiritual and physical energy, and it is produced and circulated throughout the entire body. Now, how Naruto uses chakra is normally in the ninja world, you would have a limited supply of chakra reserves. That is true for Naruto as well, but the thing about Naruto is that he has a lot of chakra. He has so much chakra that it doesn't even matter how much he uses, because it's just so much. It is overwhelming. And with that chakra, Naruto's can do one of his two favorite techniques. So, the most favorite technique of his, the one that he's known for, the one that he shows off in chapter 1, is of course the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And the Shadow Clone Jutsu, Naruto can activate it and it will create a lot of clones of himself. And all of these clones are pretty strong on their own. They might be a little bit weaker than Naruto himself, but they are really strong. And these shadow clones, like Naruto can create thousands of shadow clones at once. You can create like hundreds, thousands even. And all of these clones can easily overwhelm any enemy. And his other favorite technique with his chakra is his Rasengan. the various Rasengans that he has. And what the Rasengan is, it's a ball of chakra that forms in Naruto's hands. And when he puts it up against an opponent or sends it out in a projectile, it does massive amounts of damage. And it should be noted that the potency of all attacks in Naruto is greatly dependent on the amount of chakra someone has. Like, for example, a Rasengan that is not properly condensed could damage a tree, but a full-fledged Rasengan would blow straight through it. And Naruto is considered one of the top tiers of the entire Naruto world. So,
I wouldn't even say one
being
of. I think at one point he just was the top tier.
well, yeah, he is the top tier probably. So, could you pull up Naruto special attacks? It might be better for everyone if I show it visually.
You made me get Chakra Cannon and Chakra Evolution ready, so I have to go get it
Oh,
ready now.
my bad, my bad.
It's okay. I'll just get it ready. You could just talk a little bit more about other
Okay.
abilities.
So, other abilities Naruto has. Well, he's very good at martial arts. Naruto is a martial arts master. He is proficient in taijutsu. If you don't know, taijutsu is the physical art of combat in the Naruto world. And he also is able to amplify his own body with chakra and make himself stronger and just make himself faster. All those types of things. Another thing Naruto can do is summoning. Naruto can summon various creatures, mostly frogs. And these frogs are gigantic. They just dwarf the entire, I think, forest. And they are pretty huge. They can crush entire areas just by stepping on things, you know? Naruto also.
Sorry, I got it ready. It's ready.
Oh. Yeah. Go on.
Oh wait, no, it's not. What the heck? Okay.
It's not ready?
It's on 42%.
Okay.
Can
Naruto.
you believe that Moloch is throwing, so his opponent can't win.
No, he made me get other videos ready.
I'm sorry. I messed up. I'm sorry, Naruto.
It's
All right.
just like a ninja to confuse you and make you get the wrong information.
But yeah, Naruto also has enhanced senses. So, like, I wouldn't say it necessarily say it's future sight, but it is something to note. Naruto is very good at sensing people and their intentions and what they're about to do. He has done this multiple times, like during hold on. I'm trying to. I don't remember if it was the Raikage or someone else. I think it was the Raikage though. But during his fight against the Raikage, he sensed the incoming attack and managed to dodge out of the way before the attack was even completed.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and
the video's ready if you want me to.
Oh, the video's ready? Okay.
Yes, it's actually ready to start.
Okay. Then let's get it started. I am using the video games, but I am not scaling Naruto games. It's just to visibly show what Naruto is capable.
And for people wondering why it's red, it's because they don't play with copyright when it comes to Shueisha. So, you know.
Oh, ha!
Yeah, so these are all just like different Rasengans.
Different Rasengans. And of course, there's also the Tail Beast Bomb, which I will get into later. But just to visually show this, of course,
that's
it's
a
huge.
big thing. Oh, Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
yeah. I'm not scaling Naruto directly to the games because the games do like to exaggerate a lot of things.
You don't say.
But I will say those attacks are indeed accurate,
Yes. That
and
the Beast Bomb one was actually pretty accurate.
it is pretty. I'll get into Tail Beast Bomb later because I have to go into like Kurama and all that stuff. But yeah, Naruto's basic fighting style is he is expert at martial arts, and he has a lot of shadow clones that he can just summon, and also Rasengans. He loves his Rasengans. Anytime he gets to use that, he just uses it. He goes for it, and he has a lot of variants of Rasengan. I think that's simple enough to simplify Naruto's fighting style, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for like the
okay.
basic stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saul, you
I
understand,
will
right?
say though,
Oh, yeah, totally. Fuck yeah.
you said that Naruto can make thousands of clones, and that is true. But it is also noted to many times that when he's in his higher forms, he has to create less clones so he doesn't run out of chakra as quickly. So the higher form he's in, the less clones he has out.
I mean, yes, but again, if he's in his higher forms, he's just gonna. I'll get into that later. I'll get into that later.
Hey, you know what? Hey, hey.
I guess you could say he's stretching himself thin in this.
All right. Let's see. I guess for the next thing, I guess. Yeah, I guess because I gotta bring it up. Or do you want to talk about the Kurama forms first?
We'll flip.
Because
We'll make
guys,
it
there's
a
just so much we
D2.
have to talk about. Like you gotta understand. There's a lot
Yeah,
to get
there is a lot to this matchup that needs to be discussed. Oh, we're just doing the basics right now. It's already Saul. I apologize. I'm gonna roll a D2. Which number you want?
2.
All right.
A D2.
Yeah, we're doing this D&D style.
A D2. Hang on. A D2 doesn't exist.
One D2. All right, you said which number you said?
It's a 2.
All right, I rolled D2. It's 2, and I got proof. If you need it.
No, I don't need proof. Okay, I guess that means I have to go.
All right.
In that case, let us talk a bit more in depth about Luffy's haki. And the first thing we need to talk about is how haki grows. I kind of implied it earlier when I said, "Oh, when the more you fight, the stronger your haki gets." But when I say that, I don't just mean after the fight. I mean during the fight. Luffy with his haki grows stronger in the middle of the fight. The description at the bottom is from the Versus Battle Wiki. I'm not citing them as a source, but
I'm
the
taking
way
points away in my head.
yeah, the way they describe it is how I would essentially describe it, where Luffy improves himself in combat in a short span of time, going from getting thrashed near the beginning of a fight to matching and often surpassing his opponent as the battle progresses. Luffy does not win by slowly wearing himself out, which is what a lot of people think he does, but he pushes himself to an extreme state when he faces a strong enemy and uses that as food for growth. So now you might be wondering, okay, well, he grows stronger in the middle of battle. So what? Is he like a Saiyan? Kinda. And the reason I say kinda is we have a lot of examples of Luffy just kinda getting stronger very quickly in the middle of a fight. The best example is with Katakuri, where at the start of the fight with Katakuri, he could barely keep up, and he had to go Gear 4, and he was still losing. It just said OBS Studio disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it said to reconnect.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Let me check the stream.
Stream looks fine. I have it up in a separate tab.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
have it
look like there's
open.
any issues.
Oh, weird.
Yes.
Okay, I guess OBS was just freaking out. I got you. Anyway, Yeah, Luffy's development is really fast. But if you want an idea of how fast it is, we actually do have a measurement for it
Okay.
from the movies. And you might think, well, hang on, Molak, why are we using movies? Listen, I know that it seems weird to use the movies, but a lot of the movies are actually worked on and helped by Oda himself. And Oda is the author of One Piece. So even if a lot of the events of the movies are canon, the capabilities of the characters should still be more or less accurate since it's Oda himself, helping out with it. And in the example of the movie I'm about to bring up, 3D2Y, which is the movie that takes place in the middle of the time skip, uh Oda is stated to have like reviewed the script. So what happens in the movie is approved by Oda. So it's all good.
Okay.
And if you need more evidence, just in case people don't believe me, this is from a recent SBS. SBSs are like little questionnaire segments Oda does at the end of like the volume releases. And this question was of someone asking about Shiki, who was a character who really wasn't canon, but recently did become canon, and he was originally a movie villain. And Oda said it's actually possible to incorporate most movies into the story, but then if he does, he would make you, force you to watch them, and he doesn't do that. And that's why he's the GOAT, because he cares about us. So again, it's okay to use the movie feats as long as you don't treat the events of the movie as if they're canon. But the feats should be fine. With that being said, in the movie 3D2Y, Luffy fights the villain, Burn D World. Yes, the nose is very on the name, but Oda designed the villain too, so don't worry about it.
The nose is very on the name. I love
And
that.
when Luffy first fought this guy, by the way, the events of this movie take place like within the span of an hour, at best. Like Luffy first meets this guy, he fights him, and Burn D World obliterates Luffy. It is not close at all. Luffy gets his back absolutely blown out. And then when Luffy goes to fight him again later in the movie, he does a little bit better, but guess what? Burn D World uses the move more Hyakubai Soku, which amplifies his speed 100 times and his strength because he ate the devil fruit called the More fruit, and he can amplify objects and himself to amplify their speed, strength, and size. And when he used this ability against Luffy the second time they fought, he obliterated him again. Less than 15 minutes later, Luffy comes back and he just starts whooping this guy's ass. And he even says he's getting stronger while we're fighting. And now Luffy, even though he's using the 100-fold speed, is matching him and beating him. That is how insane like the growth of Haki is.
Okay.
Luffy can grow
So,
orders of magnitude stronger in the middle of the fight, is what I'm saying.
okay. So like, like when he was losing mid fight, he just came back. Like during that fight, he got so powerful just to whoop them.
Yes, and he did it against Katakuri, and he did it against Kaido. And people will say, "Well, hang on, Molak. Luffy needed breaks in between." This is true. Luffy did need breaks in between. He is, as some people in the community like to say, he is a what did they call him? It was like a break abuser or something, where he needs to like catch his breath and get some water before he gets back in the fight. But a lot of times those breaks are really short. Like even in the Katakuri fight, he had one break for like around 10 minutes, and then he was just fine. And then he started fighting Katakuri in base form. Like Luffy's growth rate is insane. And what makes it even more insane is Conqueror's Haki, which we can now talk about. I said before, Saul, if you remember, that everyone in the One Piece world is born with Haki.
I do remember that.
Conqueror's Haki is not an everyone ability. Conqueror's Haki is more rare and I think Oda said like 1 in a million people are born with Conqueror's Haki, and essentially when you're born with it, you have like the willpower to rule over others. You have the ability to become a king. And when you use Conqueror's Haki, it has different usages. As I said before, with Armor Haki, he can use it to amplify his attacks, and his attacks get really strong when he uses Conqueror's Haki on them. But the other thing Conqueror Haki allows you to do is to knock out anybody around you who is weaker than you or has weak willpower. And people often think like, well, hang on. It's strength, though. It's a strength gap. It is not a strength gap. We have actually seen many times that Conqueror's Haki is not necessarily dependent on strength. The best example you can see is Usopp. Everybody knows that Usopp's a weak little bitch, and he's not getting any upgrades in Elbaf right now. But as you can see here, he is currently within the sphere of Big Mom, another really strong character in One Piece. And Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki is going off, knocking out the people around her, but not Usopp, not Nami, not the horse girl. I forgot the horse girl's name, and not a literal child. Again, Tama is there. Tama is in range of Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki, and she is not getting knocked out. Why? Because even though she's significantly weaker than Big Mom, she has willpower. And as you can see in the SBS statement below, and I'll make it bigger so you can read better. Luffy at one point early on in like the time skip knocked out 50,000 people all at once with his Conqueror's Haki. And Oda went on to clarify that, yeah, being able to knock out an enemy with Haki depends entirely on having an overwhelming power gap. And most people stopped there and like, oh, okay, it is just power. But then when you keep going, he says, if there were 100,000 to some extent strong-willed pirates before him, it's possible that he wouldn't be able to knock out a single one. So you might be thinking, okay, well, which is it? Is it strength or is it willpower? Well, I decided because I'm learning Japanese, and I knew that depending on the word for power, it could mean something different in that red sentence. So what did I do? It's quite simple. I went and I found the original Japanese translation for that SBS. Yes, I went and found it. And the word they use for power there is chikara, which is a word that can be used for strong, willful, or vigor, and is often used to describe someone with a strong heart, mind, and soul, or someone with a strong will. So it's all about willpower. So now, Kagura, you said that Naruto can make thousands upon thousands of clones, correct?
Well, yes, he can.
Now, those clones are probably going to be decently strong, but now here's the real question. How much willpower do they have? Do they have hopes and dreams? Do they want to retire and live on Cuba with a nice little wife after they're done fighting?
I mean, they're Naruto. They're clones of Naruto, and Naruto himself is pretty strong-willed.
They may be clones of Naruto, but let me say, let's look at the dictionary definition of what willpower is.
He's bringing up the dictionary.
Willpower is the ability to control one's own actions, emotions, or urges. It is the ability to control your own thoughts and the way in which you behave. And this is consistent across a lot of other dictionaries. Naruto's clones are merely mimicking his actions. They do not actually get to dictate what they want because they are only clones of the original. And
they are spirits.
They're spirits, yeah. In my opinion, that means they don't have willpower. And if they don't have willpower, that means they are Conqueror Haki victims.
They are spirits of Naruto, not Naruto's spirit.
Exactly.
Well, this is a good segue into stamina, actually, if you don't mind.
Sherm. Okay, Sherm said that the clones have enough willpower to go on strike. That was filler, Sherm. That was filler, Sherm. Don't do that.
We could bring in filler if you're bringing in movies.
I don't see.
Movie
Yeah,
was
why?
reviewed
Why?
by Oda. It was reviewed by Oda himself. It was fine. I highly
What
doubt
if the filler
Kishimoto
was
wrote the
reviewed by
book filler.
Kishimoto? You don't know.
No way. But you said you want to talk about stamina, Kaguya?
Yeah, yeah, because I do think stamina, while it's not super important, it's still important, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, Naruto possesses an inhuman level of stamina. It's all because of his Uzumaki lineage, his status as the Jinchuriki as Kurama, and another part that we'll talk about later. But even with just those two, Naruto's natural stamina is just vast. It's so vast that he's able to fight and withstand through injuries that would incapacitate most shinobi. So, from an early age, Naruto has endured chakra intensive training for hours with non-stop for hours. And by the time of the fourth Great Ninja War, Naruto's stamina has reached such an immense level that he could fight for several days without rest, maintaining hundreds of shadow clones, distributing his chakra to the entire allied shinobi forces multiple times, and simultaneously battling uh, the reanimated Kage, the Jinchuriki, Ten Tails Obito, and Madara Uchiha.
Well, he did
At
do
the
that, but
very least,
didn't his
his
forms go
stamina.
in and out during that whole fight?
Well, at the very least, his stamina should be better than a third Raikage who fought 10,000 shinobi nonstop for 3 days and 3 nights. And while, yes, Naruto may have gotten a bit of rest or may have not been at full power the entire time, the fact of the matter is his stamina is absolutely crazy. So he could definitely keep fighting at peak capacity even after all those days. Okay. So Moak, what do you have to say? Could Luffy keep up? Does Luffy have the stamina?
Well, I think that right now, currently, Luffy's best stamina feat, he has two. One was with help, and the other was without help. The first one was when he fought Cracker with Nami, and he was able to fight Cracker nonstop for 14 hours straight. And throughout that entire time, not only did his chakra
Cracker,
maintain,
hell of a name.
yes, yeah, Saul, don't worry about him. We don't
What
need to
does
talk about
Cracker
Cracker.
look like?
You can go ahead and Google it, Saul. We don't have time for Cracker today. But
Oh,
his other best
okay,
one is also
sure.
from Whole Cake, and that was when he fought Katakuri. And if I remember correctly, he fought Katakuri for around 10 to 12 hours. And this is after he got that like short little 10-minute break where he had to go rest up and then come back. And then after that, he fought him for 10 to 12 straight hours. And the reason he can do that is because, again, many people think that Luffy rushes into his final form. And he does do that, but he only really does that like to test the waters out, basically. He did it against Kaido because he really didn't like Kaido. He really just wanted Kaido gone. But most of the time, he does start in his base form first, and he work himself up, and that's how he maintains his stamina. And when he goes into his higher forms, he like Gear 4, he can go out of Gear 4. Like for example, this is slight manga spoilers. Slight manga spoilers. This is from what's it called? This is from Elbath. Sorry, my brain blanked. This is from Elbath. And in Elbath, Luffy was able to go into Gear 4, but then as soon as he was done using it, he just went out. People think that Gear 4 is still a stamina issue for him, but it's not an issue for Luffy's stamina anymore. Gear 4 is no longer a stamina issue for Luffy. He can now just go in and out of it just like he does with Gear 2 and Gear 3. So now he should be able to last much, much longer in fights. It's even better. Wait, do you guys see the picture? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. And what makes it even better is he did this like literally at the start of Elbath. And this shows just how much better Luffy has gotten with his abilities. Luffy was just able to wait, where is it? Oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah, you are like you've been lagging the entire time.
I was lagging the
I
whole
guess
time.
while you're lagging, I'll explain
Hold on,
some
let me get
equipment
closer.
that are well, not the whole time,
Oh
but
my
like
god.
don't say that to
He has though.
Have I been lagging the whole time?
all right, but all right now because I don't think they're that relevant. But yeah, Naruto has a kunai, which are of course he has
Yes.
Naruto has shuriken. Uh, he has stick onto people and they explode. And he also has flash bombs, which Naruto it does the same thing as the paper bombs, except when they explode, it's a flash of light, so Luffy won't be able to see anything if he gets. I don't think any of these equipment are going to be that relevant, but I might as well bring them up. You know.
Okay. Am I better now? Is my lagging spurts done?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jeez. I bought an Ethernet cable and everything for this. I guess it's just how it is.
Damn,
Oh,
this feels sad.
Well, it's
I
okay.
genuinely feel sad. Sorry for you.
It's all good. Because now I can get back to the big thing Luffy did at the start of Elbath. Also, were you talking about paper bombs?
Yeah, I was bringing up Naruto's equipment.
Paper bombs are not relevant. You know what else isn't relevant? Me, apparently. All right, hang on. This is crazy. All right, hang on. I'm unplugging this. Oh, okay. I'm back. I'm back. All right, I'm back. Hello?
I'll go up.
hello.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think you're tanking.
Am I back?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I think I fixed it.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Time to be freezing.
Sheesh, dude. Ah, man. Yeah, it's a really bad time to be freezing.
help with a little basic information.
Oh, Moloch. Yay! You're back!
Yay!
Hello, back.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yay,
you're
you're
back.
back.
Yeah, you're back. Yippee!
Okay. Let me see this. Let me check the stream because I know the stream probably took. Are we back?
For now.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we're back.
All right. Let's keep going before that happens again. I don't even remember what I was talking about, bruh. Okay. All right. All right.
You were going over gear for Luffy and
Right.
stamina and stuff.
Luffy can now use Gear 4 in his base form. I won't give it flavor text, no sugarcoating. He can now use Gear 4 in base. He doesn't even have to transform anymore. So now we know that Luffy's stamina should go even higher than it was before. Also, to everybody who's back after the lagging, hi, we're back. Sorry about all that.
Oh.
So yeah, even though Luffy is known to have stamina issues, I don't think those stamina issues are going to be as relevant in this fight as they used to be, because this has been a long going debate. I don't think it's as relevant to the debate as it used to be. Although
Okay, okay.
there is
Uh-oh.
one thing with Luffy's stamina.
All right, Columbo.
Luffy might run out of stamina in the fight, and that's probably going to happen. However, he has a secret weapon. And when he has this secret weapon, he's going to get right back up as if nothing happened. He's going to be at full energy. What is this secret weapon, you're wondering? Meat.
Meat.
Since we're talking about equipment, it's perfect. Luffy's only equipment in this fight is his hat, his sandals, and meat. That's it. That's all he's got. And I'm telling you, that's all he needs.
Oh my god, that panel is so funny. Where did he even put the meat in?
In his pockets, he has side pockets.
Side pocket. Yeah, of course.
So if Luffy runs out of energy in the fight, all he has to
Somehow
do
they
is eat
fit
some
in
meat,
there.
and he'll get right back up. Because when he eats food, he unironically recovers a lot of stamina. So he has a get me up in the middle of the fight. He has a pick me up. You know, just
All right,
Luffy.
what if Naruto steals his food?
Uh, is he fast enough?
Well, he's a ninja, and Luffy is a pirate, so therefore, ninja faster. I win. GG. I'm just joking. All right, but we
guess-
can.
Do you want to go into? Because did you already talk about the Kurama forms, or no?
No, I didn't talk about the Kurama forms yet.
Okay, you should probably do that.
The only thing
We'll
I
go into
talked
Gear
about
5.
recently was Naruto standard equipment, which I do not think will be relevant in this fight.
Yeah. So if you want to go into the forms, and then I'll go into the big Gear 5.
Sure. I could go into the forms. As you know, Naruto versus Luffy is a anime battle, so of course they got anime forms to transform into, as all anime characters have, except for Yuji Itadori for some reason. Anyways, Naruto has Kurama, who is this tailed fox spirit that's inside of his soul. And using Kurama's power, he can transform. But before we get into the forms, could you bring up Nine Tails Chakra Poison?
Yes. No. Come on, don't do this. Do you see it?
I don't see it yet.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, good, good.
So, one thing to note about the Nine Tails is that its chakra is poisonous to any creature that gets hit with this chakra is going to be slowly debilitated by it and poisoned by purge the Nine Tails' chakra out of her completely. So it's very potent in its efficiency.
Okay.
And so I will. It continue he gets in these forms. So the first thing to note is that Kurama's chakra is lung or shoulder is injured.
Okay.
And that chakra limbs, Jinchuriki chakra limbs, that greatly improves his range and his attacks and maneuverability. Also can manipulate souls. The
So,
Jinchuriki are able to physically interact with souls.
Mhm.
And that extends to physically grabbing someone's soul to pull it out or invading someone's inner soul and interacting with it directly. So Naruto can
I was lagging in and out. I'm sorry. So bad. I don't know why my computer's doing this. You saying
I
that
know, more
it
like you are. Is that what? Totally
bro,
tanking.
this is stupid. Okay.
souls.
We might have to go on a
And
little break just so I can figure this out. Cause it was fine before. Okay, yeah.
Naruto versus Luffy is so cursed we have to go on a debate uh, uh
Okay.
break.
Yeah.
As you're going on break, Moloch, do you mind if I send you something?
Yes. Yes. We'll go on
Is
break
it
for a
is
little
it
bit.
better at this point to reschedule?
Is it? I don't know. Cause again,
We'll return to the Toonami marathon after this.
nah, not the tsunami marathon. Don't say that, Paul.
I,
Yeah. Okay.
a lot of this has been scuffed. It might be better when you have better internet, Moloch.
Maybe. Dang. Okay. So yeah, because I really don't know what's going on. Man. Okay.
When
How do
I run
I?
cast before, like if you try and play video factor,
So you're trying
Damn.
to give me advice, but you were cutting out.
If I had known
Go
this was gonna
back.
happen, I would have just done manga panels.
I don't
Oh
know
my
if
gosh.
it's the video.
Yeah, Eminem.
Okay. I'm gonna transition it to the starting soon screen, just so I can figure this out. Okay, I see your message, so I see your message. All right, let me. That's fine. Okay. Kagura, are you okay with doing this one another time when we're at max potential?
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to reschedule
I mean, we probably won't even like.
then.
It probably like won't even be like a reschedule like for a long time. It'll probably just be like tomorrow because I'm pretty sure it's just something that's like wrong with my computer right now. So like we can just reschedule it for like literally another day this week. And if you're wondering, yes, I am doing this so Luffy will get the live action feed.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, uh,
The technical connections one. In the end, it wasn't Naruto.
yeah, it might just even have to be like I probably just shouldn't.
It must have been the combined forces of Inu.
Yeah, it was Emu and all of the what are the aliens called in Naruto?
It was the Okuts,
Okay.
but Kaguya.
So,
Yeah.
so the joke is Inu is an electricity and lightning powered devil fruit user.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it happens.
The world government canceled the stream.
Yeah.
The
They
world
would.
We're
we gotta reschedule. So
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
guess I'll see you guys around.
yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We promise this will happen soon. We will be back, and Luffy.
We
We're
will
terribly
be
silent.
back.
We'll
We
figure
will
it
be
out.
back.